In the year 1893, the life of a 12-year-old boy in Germany changed forever. His name was Hans Wilsdorf, and he was destined to leave a legacy that would redefine timekeeping. However, his journey to greatness began in darkness. Hans lost both of his parents at a tender age, leaving him an orphan. Their deaths were a devastating blow, but even in their absence, they left behind a small savings fund meant to secure his future. Little did they know that this modest inheritance would be stolen during Hans's early travels, leaving him virtually penniless. Yet amid these struggles, one thing burned brightly in Hans's heart: his fascination with watches. This fascination, born of curiosity and nurtured by the stories of Switzerland's watchmaking brilliance, would set Hans on a path to build what would become the world's most prestigious watch company. Rolex. His tale is not just one of innovation and business acumen, but also of resilience, vision, and unwavering determination to create something extraordinary. After the death of his parents, Hans's relatives sold off the family business and sent him to a boarding school. While this might have seemed like an opportunity, the young boy felt abandoned and alone. But Hans was not one to wallow in self-pity. He made the most of his situation and immersed himself in his education. At the boarding school, he met a Swiss classmate who shared tales of Switzerland's renowned watchmaking industry. These stories captivated Hans, planting the first seeds of his lifelong passion. In 1900, at the age of 19, Hans's curiosity led him to Switzerland, where he found work at a watchmaking company called Kuno Korten. His job involved testing the accuracy of hundreds of pocket watches daily, a tedious yet invaluable experience that deepened his appreciation for precision and craftsmanship. It was here that Hans's love for perfecting watches grew, and he began to dream of revolutionizing the industry. By 1903, Hans moved to London, a city bustling with opportunities. However, tragedy struck again when he lost his parents' remaining savings, a substantial sum of 33,000 German gold marks, to theft. This financial setback could have broken anyone, but Hans remained undeterred. He took up a sales job with another watchmaking firm, using every opportunity to learn about consumer behavior, manufacturing techniques, and the intricacies of the watch business. These lessons would prove invaluable in the years to come. At the age of 24, Hans decided it was time to pursue his own vision. In 1905, he founded Wilsdorf and Davis in London with his brother-in-law. Their mission was to create timepieces that were not only elegant, but also reliable and durable. Unlike most companies of the time, which focused heavily on ornate designs, Hans wanted to design watches that emphasized functionality and precision. Their first major product was the Portfolio pocket watch, a smaller, portable timepiece that quickly gained popularity. However, Hans had his sights set on something revolutionary: the wristwatch. At the time, wristwatches were considered feminine accessories and lacked the precision of pocket watches. Hans recognized the untapped potential of wristwatches and was determined to change public perception. In 1906, Hans launched a line of silver and gold wristwatches, which he cleverly marketed as bracelet watches. This strategic rebranding appealed to both men and women and helped shift societal attitudes. By 1908, Hans trademarked the name Rolex, a term he felt was short, easy to pronounce in any language, and aesthetically pleasing on the face of a watch. This marked the beginning of Rolex's journey to becoming a global symbol of excellence. Despite the growing popularity of Rolex, Hans Wilsdorf faced one of the most significant challenges in the world of horology: achieving precision in wristwatches. At the time, pocket watches were the standard for accuracy, boasting larger movements that allowed for greater stability and finer adjustments. Wristwatches, by contrast, were considered novelty items with smaller, less reliable mechanisms. For Hans, this perception was unacceptable. He believed that a wristwatch could be as precise, if not more so, than its pocket-sized counterpart. Hans's dedication to overcoming this challenge stemmed from his deep understanding of consumer needs and his own personal drive for excellence. He envisioned a timepiece that could combine the portability of a wristwatch with the precision of a pocket watch, a feat no other manufacturer had fully achieved. To turn this vision into reality, Hans partnered with some of the most skilled Swiss watchmakers of his time, leveraging their expertise to push the boundaries of mechanical accuracy. Hans understood that precision wasn't just a technical feat, it was a defining characteristic that could elevate Rolex above its competitors. He set out to develop a movement that would not only meet but exceed the rigorous standards required for chronometer certification, an accolade reserved for the most accurate timepieces. The path to achieving this milestone was not without its obstacles. At the time, the miniature movements necessary for wristwatches were inherently unstable, sensitive to temperature fluctuations, and prone to mechanical errors. Hans and his team experimented tirelessly, refining components, testing materials, and adjusting tolerances. The process required meticulous attention to detail and countless hours of trial and error, but Hans's persistence never wavered. By 1910, after years of development and refinement, Hans's efforts bore fruit. A Rolex wristwatch was sent to the School of Horology in Bienne, Switzerland, for official testing. A bold move, given the skepticism surrounding wristwatches at the time. To the amazement of the horological community, the Rolex wristwatch passed the tests with flying colors and became the first wristwatch in history to earn a chronometer certification for accuracy. This groundbreaking achievement was a turning point for both Hans and the industry. It validated his belief that wristwatches could rival and even surpass the precision of pocket watches. The chronometer certification not only elevated Rolex's reputation, but also marked the beginning of a new era in horology, where the wristwatch transitioned from a mere accessory to a reliable and indispensable tool. Hans didn't stop there. He understood the importance of continuously improving accuracy to maintain Rolex's competitive edge. In the years that followed, he worked to refine the balance wheel, escapement, and gear train, incorporating advancements in metallurgy and engineering to create movements that were both precise and durable. Rolex became synonymous with chronometric excellence, setting the standard for the entire watchmaking industry. This pursuit of precision laid the foundation for Rolex's iconic tagline, "A crown for every achievement," symbolizing the brand's unwavering commitment to excellence. By proving that wristwatches could be as reliable as their larger counterparts, Hans not only solidified Rolex's reputation, but also changed the way the world viewed wristwatches forever. As Rolex gained momentum, the outbreak of World War I presented unforeseen challenges that tested the company's resilience. The global turmoil disrupted trade and shifted priorities, with luxury goods facing dwindling demand. In the United Kingdom, where Rolex was based, the British government imposed steep export duties on such items, drastically reducing the company's ability to compete internationally. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Hans Wilsdorf made the bold decision to relocate Rolex to Geneva, Switzerland, the heart of the watchmaking world. This strategic move not only shielded the company from crippling tariffs, but also granted access to the finest Swiss craftsmanship and resources, securing Rolex's future during a time of global upheaval. Amid these challenges, Hans identified a unique opportunity on the battlefield. Soldiers needed reliable timepieces for precise coordination, as pocket watches were impractical in the trenches. Seizing this need, Rolex introduced the trench watch, a rugged design with features like unbreakable glass, luminous dials for night visibility, and durable materials to withstand the harshest conditions. These watches became indispensable for soldiers, revolutionizing the perception of wristwatches from feminine accessories to essential tools for men. By the end of the war, soldiers returning home brought their trench watches with them, cementing the wristwatch as a practical and masculine necessity. Despite the economic and logistical challenges of wartime, Hans Wilsdorf's foresight and innovation not only helped Rolex survive, but also transformed it into a symbol of precision and durability, setting the stage for its rise as a global icon. Hans Wilsdorf's relentless pursuit of perfection propelled Rolex into an era of groundbreaking advancements that redefined the watchmaking industry. One of his most iconic achievements came in 1926 with the creation of the Rolex Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch. At a time when watches were vulnerable to damage from water, dust, and heat, the Oyster's hermetically sealed case was a marvel of engineering. This innovation wasn't just technical, it was symbolic, representing Rolex's commitment to reliability under any conditions. To demonstrate the Oyster's capabilities, Hans launched a daring marketing campaign. He sponsored swimmer Mercedes Gleitz, who wore the Rolex Oyster while attempting to swim across the English Channel. Although Gleitz's swim was cut short due to exhaustion, the watch emerged fully functional, a testament to its durability. This ingenious campaign captured global attention and cemented the Oyster's place as a revolutionary product. Building on this success, Hans introduced another transformative innovation in 1931, the Perpetual rotor, a self-winding mechanism that harnessed the wearer's natural movements to power the watch. This eliminated the need for manual winding, a significant convenience that elevated wristwatch functionality to new heights. The Rolex Oyster Perpetual, combining waterproof resilience with automatic winding, became a hallmark of technological and practical excellence. These innovations not only set Rolex apart from its competitors, but also laid the foundation for modern wristwatches, reinforcing Hans Wilsdorf's vision of creating timepieces that were as functional as they were enduring symbols of precision and quality. The outbreak of World War II marked a period of immense challenges for businesses worldwide, and Rolex was no exception. Global supply chains were severely disrupted, and the economic downturn caused a significant dip in sales. However, Hans Wilsdorf's unwavering commitment to excellence ensured that Rolex not only survived but thrived during these turbulent times. Amidst the chaos, Hans focused on innovation, and in 1945, Rolex introduced the Datejust, the world's first automatic watch with a date display. This remarkable achievement highlighted Rolex's ability to blend functionality with sophistication and set a new standard for wristwatches. Over the years, Rolex continued to enhance the Datejust with groundbreaking features like the magnifying lens over the date window, which would become an iconic hallmark of the brand. The post-war decades saw Rolex pushing the boundaries of what watches could endure. In the 1950s and 1960s, the company developed specialized models tailored to extreme conditions. The Explorer, for example, was designed for mountaineers and adventurers, becoming a trusted companion for those scaling peaks like Mount Everest. Meanwhile, the GMT Master catered to the needs of pilots and frequent travelers, enabling them to keep track of multiple time zones with ease. Rolex's commitment to durability and performance reached new depths in 1960 with the creation of the Deep Sea Special, a watch engineered to withstand the crushing pressures of the ocean's greatest depths. This extraordinary timepiece was tested in the Mariana Trench at a staggering depth of 11,000 meters, emerging unscathed and fully functional, a feat that underscored Rolex's unparalleled precision and resilience. Through innovation and resilience, Rolex became more than just a brand. It was a symbol of strength and excellence, thriving even in the face of adversity. Hans Wilsdorf passed away in 1960 at the age of 79, leaving behind a legacy that transcends time. Through his unwavering vision and relentless pursuit of excellence, Rolex evolved from a modest watch company into a global icon synonymous with luxury, precision, and innovation. Hans's ability to see beyond the ordinary and his determination to overcome challenges transformed the wristwatch from a mere accessory into a symbol of status and achievement. Rolex's enduring success is a testament to Hans's pioneering spirit. His resilience in the face of adversity and his unyielding commitment to quality set a standard that few brands can match. Today, Rolex watches are more than just instruments for telling time. They represent milestones of accomplishment, embodiments of elegance, and symbols of endurance. Hans Wilsdorf's journey reminds us that greatness is not defined by circumstances, but by the strength to persevere and the courage to dream big. His story is a timeless lesson in passion, innovation, and the extraordinary heights that can be reached when one refuses to give up. His vision continues to inspire millions, proving that with dedication and determination, anything is possible. The story of Hans Wilsdorf teaches us that greatness is born from resilience and vision. Despite losing his parents, his inheritance, and facing countless challenges, Hans never gave up. His journey reminds us that setbacks are stepping stones to success, and that true innovation comes from the courage to challenge conventions. Hans didn't just create watches, he built a timeless legacy that inspires millions to dream big and strive for excellence.